I read what I was sent about what you do.
Yes.
And my husband's story fits so into what you're speaking about, because he was able to stop hating. He was a concentration camp survivor. And when he proposed to me, he said, there's some parts of my life that are a closed book, and I can never speak about it. Could you settle for that? And I said, yes. But that closed book dealt with the rage in him. He was filled with so much rage. And he suddenly realized that now that there was no one to have a rage against, he already hit the foreman in his first job and was fired. He already hit somebody in a diner and was thrown out. And he said, I need this rage. And I watched him in the years of our marriage, how bit by bit he took it out. Because he said when there was no Nazi, no concentration camp guards whom he could hate, in America, he was able to suddenly lose the rage. But he said, I have to go back to Germany and find out if I'm done with it or if it's still in me. And we went back to Dachau when the kids we already had children who were young adults. And after we passed Dachau, we went through it, looked at it, and we began to walk through the streets. And I said, Eric, how do you feel? Because I thought he would cry. And I had hoped that he would cry because he had never cried. And he said, no, he says, I'm just so happy. I'm walking here and I'm not hating them. And I'm not hating anybody anymore. I got rid of it. And when he passed away, which is 4 years ago, friends came to visit. And one of them said, Eric, tell me again, how did you get rid of the hate? And he said, it took years, but whenever I was beginning to get enraged about anything, I would pull the rage out of my mouth and he would go like this. And I would look at it and say, is it worth it? And then I would throw it away. And there came a day when there was no rage to pull out. And I found myself underneath. I was there. Eric became who he was through doing volunteer work in the prison system. And people listened to him in a way that they didn't listen to me or to anybody else, because they sensed that he understood the rage they were carrying. So I wanted to speak about him also during this interview.
Oh, I'm so glad that we've started there. Yes. Sounds like a remarkable, remarkable human being.
Yes.
You know, anger is an emotion designed to change things. We get angry when we want somebody to do something different, start doing something, stop doing something. Rage is on that scale of anger. And there can be small angers, irritations, annoyances, but rage is the huge anger. So it is an uplifting story to start with, Hedy, because this is really what we're trying to do. The I am approach that we're talking about is about respect. Looking again, look, respect. And when is the last time you got angry at someone treating you with respect?
Yes.
You know,
I have a, let me say pen pal, but it's a friend and we communicate, and she's in the armed forces, And she said, tell me about dignity, because I think what Eric and other people who go through a lot have to deal with, that their dignity was taken away. How do refugees deal with dignity? And she said to me, Hedy, explain it to me, because you were a refugee. And I said, it's funny, but refugees clean a lot. The first thing my parents did was to clean. And to this day, I need empty desktops and things like that. And yet, when I paint, I put in so many people. And then I have such joy when I'm at the end of the painting in making each one be visible and not being lost. So I think whatever we do in our life, it traces back to who we are escaping.
It's a remarkable story. Your paintings are just so full of life. Is that something that was by design, or was that something that
No.
came out because of past experience? They're so full of life.
It comes because of my background. I had an amazing father. We were in Panama. We escaped to Panama. And the heat was unbearable. And that was 1938. And nobody knew about air conditioners. And he would sit there at breakfast. And in Panama, if you had your elbows on a table, if you lifted them up, they stuck, because it was Panama. And we were Europeans who were not used to it. We had winter and summer. And my father would sit there in his underwear, because we wore as little as we could, and take his coffee and say, but no son of a enjoys that first cup of coffee like I do. And I find that I feel that about everything, but nobody enjoys a street like I do, or enjoys a person like I do, because no matter what the situation was, he enjoyed it. So I have to say thank you to him, even though he passed away a long time ago.
Stretch the canvas, rush with madness. Is it sadness or just a show?